Greetings once again, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. I'm Eva, for those of you who may be new to this channel. And today I have something really cool to share with you all. For the longest time, I had this Uno deck kind of laying around, and in the back of my mind, I had entertained the possibility if I could maybe use Uno cards to do some divination. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and finally I figured how to do it. First of all, when you buy a box of Uno cards, there are 2 decks in there, and you have numbered cards, and then you have like these other cards like wild cards and draw 2 and draw 4 and like certain other cards in there. Well, I was looking at the cards and I realized, okay, first of all, and there's colors too. You'll notice the cards kind of look like this, okay? And there are 4 colors. You have yellow, green, red, and blue. And I thought to myself, now what do these colors correspond to? The elements, okay? You have the green cards, that's earth, okay? You have the yellow cards, that's air. Then you have the red cards, fire, and then you have the blue cards, water. So you have elemental associations, first of all. Kind of like the suits in the tarot, or like the suits in the playing cards. Then I thought, well, there's not really imagery on these cards, but there are numbers. And also, if you're someone who reads with reversals, you can always tell when the numbers are upright or reversed, some very obviously, or in the case of, for example, like the 8, if you remember that the shadow is always thick at the bottom, you can always tell when that's a reversed 8. Same thing with the 0. Here's a 0. That's when it's upright. See that thick shadow at the bottom? You can always tell when that's upside down. So that's good. If you read with reversals, these cards, you can always tell when they're reversed because they're pretty clear because of that shadowing. So what I did with these four colors, these 4 elemental colors, I looked at the numbers, okay, and you have 0 through 9. And like I was saying before, because there are multiple decks, you will get multiples, but all you really need to do is for each color, green, yellow, red, and blue, pull out 1 set for each color of 0 through 9, so that you have yellow cards 0 through 9, red cards 0 through 9, green cards 0 through 9, and blue cards 0 through 9. And what you do is you shuffle up the cards, and then you do any kind of a layout such as you might use with tarot. For example, you could do a Celtic cross. Well, when you interpret these cards, the cards in each position in your layout will either be red, yellow, green, or blue. That will be akin to the elements, just as the suits in the tarot are akin to the elements. So if you see a red card, you know, okay, red, that's fire. It's like the suit of swords. And then you think about the associations of fire and what that color vibration is speaking to you. And then you look at the number on the card. Maybe it's a 4. Okay, 4, for example, in my experience and understanding, tends to speak about matters of stability. So then you have the associations of, in the case of what I was saying, red, and then you have 4. And then if you're reading with reversals, you take into account, is the card reversed or is it upright, and what does that say to you. 0 may not be the easiest number to read. Some people may choose to omit the 0. I do believe that 0 has a vibration, though. There are associations. There are meanings and interpretations to the number 0, as well as 1 through 9. So, you know, maybe, for example, it may mean a void. It may mean, you know, a lack of something. It may mean something else to you. But if you're someone who knows your elemental associations very well, and if you're someone who is pretty decent with numerology, this may be something you might want to try. So, I hope you found this video interesting. For those of you who may have Uno decks kind of just hanging around your house, you know, maybe your kids at one point played Uno a lot, or your family or whatever, and now you have this deck of Uno cards kind of sitting around, you're like, what am I going to do with these Uno cards, you know? Well, separate out in each of the colors 0 through 9, and you have yourself an elemental and numerological divination deck. Give it a try. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, I'm gonna wish you blessed be and ashe. Have a great night, and until our next exchange, you stay awesome. And bye-bye for now.